So if you've just checked out this post above and you're wondering, well, what am I going to get if I buy this burner kit? This is what you're going to get. You're going to get one of these, and one of these, and a regulator that is adjustable from 0 to 20 psi. So this regulator comes ready to hook up to your standard barbecue grill. It also comes ready to hook up to that guy, and this right here goes in the tip, and you just tighten down the set screw. So how this works is you have adjustable air, you have adjustable gas pressure, and overall that comes together creating a really efficient burner that burns really well and gets really hot. Now, you're also going to want to know, well, how well does it burn? Now, I tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to strap this thing to this anvil here and shoot it out into space and light it, because that is not a true test of how a burner will perform. Every burner will perform differently depending on how you design your forge. Now, one of the ways to design your forge is to try to eliminate super hot air without any oxygen left in it from going right and getting recirculated back in. So basically, these, you know, they're tall enough, you don't have a lot of that problem. And of course, I have doors on my forge, so that mitigates that problem as well. And also, you'll notice this is the design. You have this portion here that gets your hose and everything away from the heat. Don't ever buy a burner that mounts straight out the top and use it in this configuration. I think people do that all the time. That's a really bad idea. Heat rises, so you have 1,000-degree piece of metal in here. Your flame is way hotter than that, and all that heat's coming right up, and it's very dangerous. Always have an elbow if you're going to mount vertical. And these all come with elbows. That's this portion down here, and it's easily attachable. The tip there is a MIG welding tip. I ship these with .030 orifices. You can get a smaller or larger if you like. This just happens to be the most optimized, the best for this system. So I will go ahead and fire up the forge, and you can see how well it burns for yourself. Me telling you it works great is different than you seeing it work great for yourself. Also, I do make forges. You can see there in the back, up there. The little guys like that, I sell for $150. The larger dual burners with the cast 3,000-degree floor, those are $300. The problem is with selling forges online is shipping. That would cost at least $100 to ship, and I realize that makes me non-competitive. So I sell these locally at the Fort Wayne Gun and Knife Show, and if you're interested, you can contact me. Maybe you can't find a local guy to build you one, and you're willing to pay the ridiculous shipping cost. But to me, it's just really risky having somebody ship this across the country. So that's why I just sell forges locally. But burners, I can sell anywhere. So let's go ahead, get the camera prop mounted here. And sorry my shop is such a mess, but I've got 2 kids and this takes a lot of my time, so I get out here, I make forges, and I go back inside, and I don't really hang around to clean up very often. So to light it, simply adjust your nozzle up, cut off about half the air hole, or about half, just to make it a little easier to light. I turn the regulator about halfway and then just turn it on. So there it's lit. Maybe I can bring the camera down. Now you got to kind of get it adjusted here. Now the forge performs differently when it's cold and when it's hot. So that's why I give you dual adjustability, adjustment on the air and adjustment on the gas, because as it heats up, the amount of air, the air-fuel mixture changes a little bit. So I just lit this forge. You can see the inside. It's already getting hot. You have a nice blue flame. See, it's heating up. It's still cool enough I can pull. This is my Franken forge, my original prototype forge, and then as I have leftover pieces from forges that I sell that say maybe they don't meet spec, well, I put them in my own forge. So that's why this is a super ugly Franken forge. It's not for sale. This is my own personal forge. But anyways, this is what you're getting. I used to make the tops thread onto the bottom. That's just a pain in the butt. It costs more, and it doesn't give you any additional efficiency. It just costs the end user more. So I simplified that, and I went with a set screw. And you can see, like, this one here was made crooked. That's why I kept it for myself. That's typically how I build my forges. Any parts that are left over that don't quite meet spec is what I'll end up using for my own forge. So overall, I think this will be very handy if you're building a forge and you want a nice burner. You can see how quickly this heats up. It's already hot. And if you want, I mean, if you raise, it's hard for me to do it with the camera, but I'll just cover it with my hand. So it completely changes the burn if you cover up some of the air holes. So, and all you do is you simply loosen the screw and you raise it up and down. And then over here, if you adjust your gas pressure, after the forge gets going really well, you turn this down about as low as you can. There's no need to spray flames so far out of your forge and heat the entire shop, unless it's middle of winter time. That's what you're going for. But you can turn this way down. A lot of burners, if you turn them down, they just go out. So you can see you just got a little blue flame in there, and it's still burning. Still got a little flame coming out the end here. So these will give you full adjustability from the little flame all the way to the big flame. So if you like a burner, private message me, and we can work something out. Like I said, right now I do have 10 of these. Now, if you're watching this video a while after I've posted this, I may not have any, but I can make more. I plan on making more. So, thanks for watching. Let me know if you need a burner.